Did somebody say WeeaBoots? Because I think I just heard someone say WeeaBoots.
And welcome to WeeaBoots, the only anime podcast brought to you by GigaBoots.com. I'm your host, Anime Danmei, and with me, this time, is Dr. Aggro.
Oh, hey, you go Zamasu.
Bob from GigaBoots.
Easy breezy.
Lemon Peasy. And Mr. Feel from Mr. Feel's Wild Ride.
I don't have anything.
Go away, kids. Get off my porch.
I should have said dilly dally shilly shally. What was I thinking?
Dilly dally. And now I've cursed that into existence somewhere. Anyway, hello, welcome. This is the conversational anime review podcast from GigaBoots. We're glad to have you here with us. We just watched a few episodes of Eizouken. By that, I mean literally, I watched all of them that were available. As of this recording, that is 6 episodes. Dr. Agra, how many have you seen?
I have seen 6, and I'm super glad that you have seen 6.
And Bob, how many have you seen?
I saw 6, except the last one was a little messy because it was me before work, so I didn't get to watch everything, but most of it.
Okay, and the actual assignment was to watch, I believe, at least 4. Mr. Feel, how many did you watch?
4.
That is fair. I found myself having time when a render screwed up twice. That's how the YouTube life be.
Dan, I'm just wondering about the intro.
Yeah.
You said this is the only anime podcast brought to you by GigaBoots. Is Mondo Cool not anime?
No, that's Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
Here's how I know that's it, not anime. Okay, check this out.
All right.
Giant Bomb talks about Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know. That's the only distinction.
No, fuck that. Fuck this. We're getting into the fucking people we're getting into that bullshit where, well, it's not anime because I like it.
What?
Oh, yeah,
I've always heard that the other way. Who the fuck are these people?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a thing.
Of course it works both ways.
That's absolutely a thing, Aggro.
The best place to start looking for a person who might say the thing Mr. Feel said is look for the check mark next to their handle on Twitter.
No, unless you are literally Hayao Miyazaki, you do not get to say, well, this isn't anime, it's too good to be anime.
What if not even Miyazaki gets to say
It's not even it's too good, it's they like it.
Yeah, because you can't...
Modern Capcom games, they're not anime because I like them.
Oh,
the part in Devil May Cry 5 where Nero finishes his character arc and then goes Super Saiyan. That's not anime.
Oh my god.
Modern Zelda where Link is a Bishonen with giant anime eyes. Not anime. Zelda's legacy is a shield against being called anime.
Great. Fantastic.
Desperate.
Everyone knows the original anime, Inspector Gadget, animated in Japan, directed in France, ergo the most anime of them all, is the only true anime. So, there you go.
I like the live action movie where he has to get home before his parents find out.
Which one is that? Is that 2?
No, I'm referencing that it's Ferris Bueller.
God damn it! I was like, how weird do the spin-offs and sequels get? I haven't seen them all. God damn you, Feel. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Inspector Gadget, but we are kind of here to talk about anime. But specifically, the anime Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken. First, we need to talk about who made it. Bob, would you like to run us through what production company made this anime?
The studio is Science Saru. They've done previously, let me see here, a bunch of, I think it's pretty much everything this director does. Yeah, Devilman Crybaby, Ride Your Wave. I don't see that ping pong thing on here, but yeah.
Okay.
And the main thing is it's really well known for the director, who is Masaki Yuasa.
Sure.
Yeah, it's good.
Yuasa.
Okay.
Yeah. You swap the A and the U. Dyslexia, everyone.
right?
That explains a lot. I mean, not the
Wait, the dyslexia?
no,
Or-
damn it. No, I didn't look into who had made this. I saw the studio name and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because it's like, wow, this looks very visually distinct. And
Yeah.
now that you said that, I'm like seeing certain. I can see like that one screenshot from the first episode of Devilman Crybaby where the blonde guy Akira has his hand out and looks really fucking stupid. I can like see that standing next to some of these characters.
Yeah, I think that one of this guy's first big ones was the Tatami Galaxy, which I still need to go back and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I'm really
Yeah,
like,
I haven't seen.
unlike Devilman Crybaby, this is not painful to watch and rewatch. So I'm excited.
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait a second. The Devilman Crybaby's painful to watch? Maybe I'll like it. I should go watch that right now.
You might.
Watamote is one of my favorite animes.
A little bit different, but is surprisingly similar.
Anyway, we should tell the audience what this anime is about. Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken is an anime following a club that doesn't want to call itself the Anime Club, so they call themselves the Film Club because there already exists an Anime Club, and they are here to make an anime. And it's through
They like it, so it's not anime.
It's through the shifty guys that they're trying to pass off their club to the school without getting it canceled for being too similar to another club. And every episode just sort of covers their adventures of trying to afford chairs and not live in a rusted house or shed to do their work. It's fantastic, and they go through how they animate different episodes, and of course, in the standard way you expect anime to, the moment they think of a cool thing, it is reality within the show, kind of like Food Wars, but for anime instead of food.
And for the purpose of childhood wonder, not getting your dick up.
Wait, are people getting their dick up while watching Food Wars? That explains a lot.
Whenever a female character eats something, their clothes explode off.
I thought that was just Japan. Huh.
It's
Well.
just how it works over there. I don't know.
Yeah. Now I know. That's important to know. But yeah, so far the series has been pretty good, I think. It has a main cast of delightful characters with great faces.
Yeah.
It's hard to phrase it in any way other than that because you go from Asakasa to Kanamori. You know, our main character Asakasa, she has like a sort of it's hard to relate her face to a pre-existing one, but she almost has a Luffy like dull lighthearted nature to her attitude, and as such that comes through in her face until she's scared or intimidated, whereas Kanamori is almost a Titan from Attack on Titan with how teethy and scary she is. She's also very tall because she sleeps a lot.
Also, I think the main character's voice actor is trying to go for exactly what you said it too.
It definitely has a similar energy. I really
like. I had to look up who the voice actor was because I'm like, is that literally them? Because it sounds it's like the exact same tone and inflection and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think you described her face best when you're like, yeah, she goes Ditto mode.
Yes, if you're in a wide
Yes,
shot,
she
she's
does.
a Ditto.
Meanwhile, Kanamori is the grill of a car.
Hearing her described as a grill of a car is fantastic. But yeah, it's really good. Weird throwback, in my opinion. Mizusaki gave me some weird his and her circumstance main character vibes.
Yes.
With her incredible congenial looks and attitudes. I really appreciated that, and I like that a lot. But most of the people listening to this probably have never seen Kare Kano or his and her circumstances, and that's their loss, you know?
Like if you put the main chick from Kare Kano and Kari from Digimon into a Dragon Ball Fusions game, this is what you would get.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Man, yeah, even only seeing his and her circumstances from afar, the cover art and stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see that. That's a very similar looking character.
I mean, they've literally had the same shot play out multiple times in these first 6 episodes where I'm like, I know what episode of Karikano that's from. That's kind of horrifying. But the cool thing, the reason why she's the Kajinu one, the third main character, Mizusaki, is actually a famous amateur model. And her parents, she comes from money. So a lot of people know her, and she's not allowed to join an anime club because she's forbidden by her parents. But she joins the film club, which, film can be anything, so fuck you, institution.
Her parents like it, so it is an anime.
And that's a scapegoat for how she gets to draw anime like she's been wanting to her whole life. And the series really is just a delightful look into the struggles and nightmares of anime production. And as a person who's partially destroyed their life running a YouTube channel, I relate a lot to this anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think a lot of them go past just animation, just like this really applies to creative work in general.
Right.
No, I was watching some scenes in the show thinking, is this just what it sounds like in Dan's head?
when Kanamori Asakusa says this door doesn't work, and Kanamori goes, doors are supposed to open, that's their job, and kicks it open. Toshi's like, Kanamori has a very Dan energy.
Like Dan has in years gone by, like at around this age, yelled at us in the exact same way Kanamori yells at these two.
Oh God, it's true. Oh.
I really like this anime. That's the only thing I can say in response. But yeah, I think every character is incredibly well fleshed out. I really enjoy the animation style. I think this is... And you know what? Before I pass it on to ask other people about their opinions on stuff specifically, I'm going to say the audio in this is really good. Something I don't expect from a lot of serialized anime, you know? I don't expect, because I've worn, like, my headphones to listen to a lot of the shows we've reviewed on WeeaBoots and stuff, and usually it doesn't go so great. This audio is actually pretty friggin' solid, so I enjoyed this thoroughly. But, hey, Bob.
Hey, what's up?
If you were a character in Eizouken, who would you be? Dan just throws a grenade at Bob.
Ouch.
This is terrible. Why did you do this?
I feel like I relate most to Asakusa. I'm just going to keep saying that.
Bob's
I don't care.
going to be 90s dub.
I'm going to be 90s dubman.
I'm sorry, everyone. That's what we're doing. So you like Asakusa, eh?
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
He didn't have to go Midwestern. Oh, yeah, that's Asakusa, don't you know?
She's from Osaka.
Oh, God.
Which might be Oregon.
Might be Oregon, might be New York, might be fucking Nashville.
Maybe Texas. I don't know.
It's been Atlanta at least once in Conan.
Oh yeah, Conan, check out
our famous donuts.
The Atlanta Tower.
The Atlanta Tower. God fucking shit.
That episode ruled.
God, what a nightmare.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's something about her fascination with all the detail and stuff, like how she can get caught up in mecha design.
Yeah, the amount of rants she's just gone on out of nowhere about every small detail, like that's incredibly fun just to see, like her trying to describe her propeller machines from episode 2.
Yes.
And then Kanamori be like, that doesn't actually make sense.
It would spin you the other way, you idiot. And she's like, but it doesn't do that because it has a thing that stops that. Yeah, I really like that aspect of her personality. It is a delightfully balanced cast who, through the three of them, I think represent very thoroughly the different aspects of creative endeavors. Like, they cover the whole of it in these three characters rather effectively. And then
They do.
And then every other character is the other.
The opposition.
Yes. It is just really neat watching as Mizusaki runs out of time as she's spending too much time on individual storyboards and stuff. And they're like, guess what? The intro's black and white now.
Yeah, no, watch Katamori just take shit away. But we want it to be perfect. No, listen up, art nerds. This is not how the real world works.
I've never seen a character represent the realities of scope.
Yeah.
Or
She's like, nope, redlined, redlined, redlined.
And it worked out pretty well, honestly. I expected the first... Because we get to see them debut their first animation in, what was it, episode 4, I think?
episode 4.
Yeah, Hold That Machete Tight. What a great fucking name. And, it was interesting seeing that play out. I was a little worried. I felt like that was the moment where you could tell if the whole thing was going to take a nosedive and be misery.
Yeah, that would not be a series I want to watch.
It'd be a series I'd want to watch.
This was adapted from a manga. The author is very wholesome. He streams Minecraft on his YouTube page.
It's true.
Aw.
I thought about watching. It wouldn't be the first Japanese YouTuber live streamer I've just jumped in on and tried to help. That dude had like no followers though, so it's a little different from showing up for a quote celebrity. Anyway, that intro is painfully catchy. I feel like it's dangerous.
I mean, I only watched the show because, like, I had texted Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, hey, what's the name of that show I keep seeing memes about the intro for?
Yeah.
And I just, like, I read it. I'm like, okay, cool. And I just kind of put that away. And then a couple days later, I was sitting at home with a friend and I was scrolling through Verve. I'm like, hey, this is that one they're all making memes about. She said, what? I don't know. So I clicked on it.
Yeah.
And I have never just one shot, one kill the best show of the season like that before.
She does the Drake meme. The director admitted it.
When the director admitted it and everyone on Twitter had a meltdown, I was like, what, did you guys think that wasn't Drake? Do you think they didn't see Drake in Japan? Like, I don't understand.
Somehow the Japan is completely insulated from Western media, right?
Uh-huh.
That's how that works.
Western media has never influenced an anime, Bob.
Never once.
And
certainly nothing. The Terminator didn't show up in any animes,
no.
right?
Mm-mm. It definitely didn't show up in Snatcher either.
Good.
That all came from the mind of Hideo Kojima. Thank you. I like that the mangaka literally made this as an exploration of a bunch of different genres of anime while also going into the slice of life of explaining anime production on a small scale, right? It was like they got to draw all those cool anime concepts. They found a reason to draw it, but they found a way to also be slice of life, which is important if you want money. It's very...
Yes.
Yes. I appreciate the levels on which this works as a narrative and promotional conceit. I'm trying to think of the last time I enjoyed a slice of life this much. I'm probably... I mean, I guess it would have...
Nichijou?
Yeah, I was like, I guess it would have been Nichijou, but there's something...
Would Watamode count?
Yes.
Right? Slice of life
it's
can be comedy.
existential horror.
Yeah.
Right? Like slice of life
horror,
could be
but
constant
it's still
dread.
slice of life. Did you never watch Agretsuko?
I actually didn't. I didn't get around to
I think
watching
you would
Agretsuko.
like it, and it
Yeah.
counts as that.
Yeah, I think I would enjoy Agretsuko. I have yet to see it, though.
It literally starts with the crushing existential dread of realizing, oh God, the rest of my life is just I get up and go to work and come home and it never ends, ever.
That's a good realization to have aloud to an audience that is privy to your life. That feels like something. That feels like a really good place to start, in my opinion. What was the name of the production anime made a couple or 3 years ago? where it was the anime production studio and you follow the director.
Shirobako?
Shirobako, yes. I enjoyed how this combined more of a slice of life style with the Shirobako-esque energy, because though Shirobako is slice of life, that thing is so in the weeds, it's daunting to some people, because it is a full studio, you know? You're introducing characters a lot of the time. You're running through stuff that's really technical, really fast. Meanwhile, this has a narrative conceit of Kanamori and other people who don't know as much about anime production, making it a little bit easier to introduce concepts like the pegs and stuff like that. Also, you know, this has hyperbolistic realization of metaphorical feeling. That's anime, baby.
You know, as far as concept introduction goes, I really do love that it's not often the smartest character in the room is the eye-level character for the audience.
Yes.
So when you have Kanamori just surly asking questions like, what the fuck are these pegs for?
How much more do they make the paper cost?
It's great because that means the main character, Asakasa, you can focus more on her deep knowledge of it while also being an idiot. Like, that's an important balance for her to be that knowledgeable, but also a clueless child in a lot of ways. Like, the fact that she gets inspired to do her job at a decent speed by going outdoors and swinging a stick is the funniest crap in the world to me. Like, I love that a lot. The sound design being mouth sounds.
Yes. Yes, whenever they're thinking of things.
Yes, I liked that a lot.
It's so good.
I really wanted to have a really funny dub.
I feel like this makes the strongest argument I've heard in a while for why do we buy sound effects? Just have someone make it with their mouth. And plus,
this is so...
it works here.
This is so sad. KZ is gone in the one episode that would be most appropriate for him to make horrible mouth sounds.
That's true.
Now we're just baiting him.
That's tragic. Illness has claimed KZ. He's dead now.
Whoa!
Oh!
Not because of the illness, it was entirely preventable, but he lives in America, so...
It was in fact a completely minor cold.
It's like, but we only need $50 for the medication in case he just crawled in a coffin and gave up.
And since he lived only 3 blocks from a liquor store, statistically, we have chalked it up to an alcohol-related death.
Smart. He is in Texas. Mr. Feel, if you were to tell me, like, what is your highlight moment? Like, what are the details or sequences or anything from what you watched?
Every moment where Kanamori browbeats authority.
Yeah!
It is really good.
Where she threatens to call the news and cause trouble for the staff.
It's really good. Like, you're trying to scare our club into quitting over stuff that sounds like it's the school's responsibility. Looks over at the school. Do you have anything to say about that, teacher?
I really thought the thing with the railing breaking was going to lead into that, because it was already after one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be she blackmails the school for funding.
Right? You would think. I do love that aspect of her character, her going up against other people and the institution itself, just to try to justify and protect their club. I absolutely fucking adore her in this is like after the episode you watched, Feel. In episode 5, she's in discussions with the robot club. And she's sitting there and she goes, man, these negotiations would go faster if I had blackmail material.
Yes. I adore this character archetype. High school girl out to get all she can is one of my very favorite character types.
Yes. She's very powerful.
It helps a lot that it looks like you could just put her in Ed, Edd and Eddy.
Yes. Yeah. No, these character designs are incredibly strong.
Yeah, no, she definitely does have that energy. It's really good. I feel like aside from the Kanamori segments, which are absolutely delightful, I don't want to repeat the same thing. I really appreciate the part where Kanamori is having the conversation specifically with Mizusaki about how, like, we've gotten this far, we don't have enough time. You have to use computer interframes. You have to interpolate the frames. We don't have time for you to hand draw the rest of this. And Mizusaki is just losing it. She's like, people will tell.
It is like those interplays are amazing where they're like, but the purity of our art, and she's like, no, come back down. It's not happening.
It just keeps cutting to her rubbing her thumb against two fingers.
God, the part where during these negotiations, she's constantly like cracking her knuckles with her thumb.
Oh yeah,
one at a time as she's preparing how to unleash control of the situation. It's really good. Man, what a great fucking character. Aggro, what is, if you have any specific moments that was like a highlight of this?
I mean, like I'm a huge easy slut for cool design work.
Yes.
It's honestly one of the big reasons that Outlaw Star is my favorite anime.
Okay, yeah.
So when they swap from Asakusa being completely enveloped in Future Boy Conan right to her describing why her campus is so amazing, like that was it. I was gone. I was like, oh fuck, they get it.
Yeah.
They get storytelling, anime, what's great about fantasy. This show fucking gets it.
It does.
So that anime that she's watching, is that an actual show or is that just a very similar parody? Because I kind of got Castle in the Skies vibes from it. But
they changed the title, but it is 100% Future Boy Conan.
Okay.
Well, now we've got to watch that.
Yeah, I forget what the title is in the show, but yeah.
I mean, it is a Miyazaki series.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why it looks like Laputa. Yeah.
Now you know.
Got it.
I feel like if I could choose one more moment that is extremely good, it is when she kicks down the door to the audio club and she tells them their ass is about to get disintegrated by the school unless they justify themselves, so they need to give the Eizouken their sound effects, because it's just one guy in an audio room with a giant library of sound files. I love that negotiation as the person's like, you can't bullshit me. You can bullshit everyone else, but you can't bullshit me. She's like, I'm not bullshitting you. Read this, fucker.
She kicked in that door and I'm like, oh fuck, Dan's in this anime.
It's so good. It's so good. It's the balance of these characters works so well. Like, everyone's dynamic plays off of each other and other groups so fantastically.
Like, I've been watching so much garbage recently, which I do find fun. I really do, but I didn't realize how much I needed a show this devoid of moe. It was like coming up for air and I didn't know I was diving.
Yeah, if there was any moe in this, it would just be crippled.
Yeah, no, that would really seriously impact it. Aggro, would you say it's like waking up from the dream?
God. I feel like I might have before, but now I'm afraid it's a trap.
Yeah, no, the visual style of this works really great because it is more detail-oriented when it needs to be.
Right.
And I like that a lot. And yeah, more moe style might not have that.
Shit. They do the time jump and I'm like, oh shit, that's a girl. And then Kanamori walks in, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good anime. Her backpack is the greatest anime character in 10 years.
It is. Like, they all have amazing backpacks. Like, hers is the shoes, and then Mizusaki's got the old phone.
Every frame the shoe backpack is in is fantastic.
Yes. Every last frame, every frame a painting.
God, I think it's episode 5 when they're under the school and like they're on like the leaf pile in the pit, and Asaka's they're like, we need to get out. So Asakusa pulls off her backpack and starts like Boy Scouts of America rigging up a pulley system. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've never related to a high school girl this hard before.
One of the things I appreciated about that moment is that a lesser anime would have spent the rest of the episode down there, trapped in the sort of sewer as they have to talk something out. But no, Asakusa's just like, oh, we're trapped. Here we go. Get some string, this pocket knife, blah, blah, blah. Wrap it around that. Okay, we're out.
God, it's powerfully simple characterization.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have two great loves in this life.
Okay.
One of them is rad design work.
Yes.
The other is the natural rock and roll band origin story.
Yes, okay.
Which is what this anime is.
It's both, yeah.
This is, we met at school, and one person could do this, and the other person could do this complimentary thing, and we're like, oh man, maybe we should do this together. And I'm sitting in my chair while they're fucking doing that overlay jam session, literally clapping and cheering. Because I'm like, yeah, rock and roll.
I was delighted. I don't know about clapping. Hell, man, it was
It's just an applause sign for the whole episode.
I was just fucking thrilled to watch an anime that didn't have really low quality shots super frequently and had good audio design like that. That is delightful. There were only a handful of moments where you go, is this 720p? What happened? And those are kind of funny, so it doesn't matter. Like, those are more medium shots instead of close-ups. I appreciate, like, it's hard to describe almost how delightful the animation style is and how it plays into the subject matter itself.
Because it's like Shirobako is a show about producing anime. This is a show about animation and why we animate.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
there's a lot more passion in that.
Yeah, passion is the key word for this show. Like, you could, and we have been describing the show completely devoid of, like, the huge, like, the enormously long rabbit trail segments where they're just animating cool shit in their imaginations.
Yes.
And every single second one of those is on screen. It's just that thing over and over. Like, oh my God, they get it. They get it. Yeah. Hallelujah.
Yeah, no, they do a really good job of putting imagination itself on screen, representing it like that. I think it's fantastic where they're like, and then they hit this thing and water pours out, and then someone goes, why is there water flowing there? Like, that is exactly how it works. It's just like, cool idea, and then reality crashes against it to go, how does that even make sense?
And then Asakusa just, no, wait, I have pedantry for this, props it back up.
It's fine. I've got this.
And then when random things in the background of shots are just labeled with hundreds of notes of like, oh yeah, this is this fish. It does this sort of thing. And this is why it's here. And it evolved from this. What is going on?
I do appreciate when the Robot Club comes up against their design for the monster. And they're like, that seems ridiculous. And then she goes, oh, no, this type of shrimp in the ocean does that.
It's like it's a pistol shrimp. Don't you guys go to school?
You just have to, like, scale that up to the size of this crab toll.
God, a pistol shrimp.
Yeah.
Pistol shrimp are raw.
Pistol shrimp raw. There are just so many moments like that where it's just like she has such a fascination with the tiny details and she overdevelops it in a great way that, you know, someone who's super passionate about a thing would do. Like, because this anime could have been made and that character could be devoid of that energy towards the concepts in the thing they're making, right? They could just be excited to make animation and it could be more vague. And it could be more amorphous and not...
Yeah, it could just be like your basic modular school club anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this really avoids that by having her be passionate. So when, in the 6th episode, she has to outsource art to the art club, and they have to ask her a barrage of fucking questions. And even she just doesn't have the answer for everything, because that's how that works, you know? Being the director, no matter how much you've thought of something, someone will eventually go, what color is this car? And you'll go, what? Where is this on campus? Excuse me? It's really fantastic, and it really transcends, like, it transcends the sort of Stephen King-esque, it's a book about people who write books. You know, it transcends that because there is so much there's so much examination not only of the energy that goes into being passionate about it and the history and importance of different things in it, but also how they have to relate to other people. You know, Stephen King, I believe the deepest he's ever written that was when it's like, and then my manager came and he wanted the script, but my dog was just murdered by me. Spoilers, by the way. I really appreciate this because I feel like anytime I go into a thing where it is a thing about a person who makes the thing you're consuming, I am at the bare minimum cynical. At the bare minimum, I'm very cynical because already at a concept level, this thing is made for people who already like the thing it is, so they should inherently be more interested in what goes into making that.
Yeah, it is like every episode they're clashing against someone who doesn't understand, so they need to explain things.
True. Whether that's each other or money or the institution or the robot club or the art club. And that's what's fascinating, you know? They could not be engaging with those elements and then it would be a less interesting show. It would be, as we were saying, generic club anime, you know? And that's one of the things I really strongly appreciate about this show. That element, just that execution rather of this is what it is to make this thing and engage with people who don't. When is someone going to make a YouTube series that is that for YouTubers?
They will, but it's going to be either PewDiePie or Logan Paul.
Thank you for just immediately going, they will, and you will regret your words and deeds.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't want things or they'll happen.
Here's the knife.
You should have won. I can't see aggro through the divider in the recording room. I'm kind of concerned he's now wearing a Grim Reaper outfit and has a scary skeleton face.
So one of the really fascinating things I've found so far, I don't know if this is going to hold up throughout the series, but I mean, we open the series on Asakusa. But honestly, you could do this story focused on any three of these characters.
Yes.
The tone and the arc would change a little bit. And I think it is this flat, even, and all-observing as it is.
Yes.
Because we're focusing on Asakusa, a character we don't need to focus on because she is doing all this, like, panopticon. And I think that feeds back into the tone very interestingly.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, all three characters could be main characters, and they would make fantastic shows. Asakusa is the main character almost only in how the story is framed from the very beginning. Like, if you were to cut out a first couple episodes, it might not be perceived as that even. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing that every character is that well-rounded.
Which it's weird that, like, if it's like, since Asakusa is the main character, she is like she is shonen main character typed. She's young, energetic, clear eyes. You know, like she's an actual person that has those attributes and not is just those attributes. But I just realized if you made somebody else the main character, all of those attributes turn a side character into a gremlin instead of a hero.
Yeah. I could easily see her devolving into that.
I mean, she's already kind of drawn like a gremlin.
In wide shots, especially.
Yep.
So if I were to say there's that one webcomic this girl draws that looks just like Asakusa in wide shots, would you know what I'm talking about?
Let's try. Go.
No, I'd have to find her.
Okay. I'm just glad you didn't lay this knife in the fucking dirt, hoping I would step on it.
Someone posted the live action version of Sasuke.
The what?
Because there's a live action movie happening for this series.
What?
Yeah. When I first saw the picture, I honestly was kind of worried that there was a picture from Battle Royale 2. Just something about the way it looked really reminded me of that movie, and I was scared to go back and look and see if it is a very similar character that then was turned into a character for the show.
I'm looking at these people playing the characters.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to see shot from the actual show first. Oh God, is this a shot from the actual show?
it's a very cheap looking production. So yeah,
Oh my
probably.
God, I see what Bob's talking about. I don't want to believe that's a shot in the show
Christ.
because it does look it does look like that. That's fine.
Wow, I feel better about mine. Sarah Canderson, Sarah Scribbles.
Oh yeah, Sarah Scribbles, yeah.
Yeah. That's who she reminds me of.
Yes.
I need to look this up now.
Yeah, she does have a similar energy.
Oh, that.
Yes.
Okay.
She has a similar
Yes.
energy. Gremlin-esque. I see where you're coming from.
I feel like there's something more wholesome about Asuka, but yeah, I can see the
Bob,
similarity.
please. Her name's Asakusa. Thank you.
Well, howdy there. I'm Asakusa.
Did she just transfer in?
Yeah, she just transferred in. She's always late for class and then falls asleep.
She's got to get it together.
She's got to get it together.
She better get it together.
Man, Asakusa, when are you going to get it together? Feels like this is the worst.
I really appreciate the moments where her and Mizusaki like are total goofballs and get way off topic. Like, oh man,
Raccoon dog.
yes, raccoon dog and butterflies.
That was, I saw the clip on Twitter, right? And I saw the memes made from the clip, and I'm like, certainly it can't be this completely ADD and stupid within the context of the scene, right? Nope. Okay, this is hilarious. It happens twice in a row. But yeah, no, there's something good about that because I feel like that's part of the energy of being a creative is getting
The energy that word exudes just sucks all the life out of a room.
Yeah, it's
I hate it. It's so good.
as Agro sits in the other room and goes, "Damn, Dan, you have wielded that cudgel very effectively."
It's just like I have this reflex now whenever I hear someone on the internet describe themselves as a creative. It's like that old adage, whenever someone describes themselves as a taxpayer, you know they're about to be an asshole.
yeah, it just it does have this weird like disgusting angle to it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't feel like something to be proud of.
I'm a creative. You have a Twitter account where you use racial epithets. Maybe crank that down a notch.
I can't. Whenever I hear the phrase "I'm a creative," the persona in my mind that appears is the guy from Yick.
Yeah, that's the thing with that word.
Yeah,
it was
yeah. created
created as a shield for people like that.
Like Phil Fish pops out of the bushes and he's like, "Hello, it's me again."
Still.
I thought Agro's direction was originally going to be, it's like when you meet someone and they say, "I'm a businessman," but what they mean is, "I'm retired military and bored, so I'm going to ruin everyone's life." This is a very Florida statement, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, man, that might be too deep of a Florida cut.
This is too much Florida for our audience. It might be toxic.
You should not cut Florida too greedily or too deep.
Yeah, no. I'm really glad this anime doesn't have any weird glorification of being a creative person, right? Like there's no everyone champions around Asuka. Fuck! I said Asakusa enough times and I broke myself.
Yes.
Saksa.
I win. This is how I win.
This is how Bob wins.
Yeah, it doesn't go full M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh no!
Like, the thing I do will save the world.
Right. There's no like, and I love Yakitate Japan, but there's no Yakitate Japan moment. There's no, "I'm the creative and everyone will rally around me to save us all and do, I'm going to do the amazing thing by carrying the hardest."
No, Kanamori needs to slap you till you get it done.
Yeah, that's the reality. And it's like, also, you kind of fucked it up, and the first 20% of this is black and white because of it. It's really good, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the lack of glorification for being a creative person while also doing a fascinating and thorough job of analyzing the act of being creative. Like, it's good to get both. It's important that both are coupled together because one without the other is just masturbation.
It is weird seeing the juxtaposition of a story this wacky and this genuine at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, because the story will literally acknowledge some of the actualization of their concepts. Like, people are like, "Oh man, that was so good. It was like it was in 4D," and they literally showed like bullets going into the audience and stuff, and all sorts of craziness happening. And it's almost like they're acknowledging that it's an anime and that all this is actually happening, but they pull it back.
And I who knows how many more episodes of this we have? I don't.
Right.
But who knows? Maybe by the end it goes completely off the deep end.
That's what Samurai Flamenco did. I don't.
Oh.
It was interesting.
Okay.
It was a study, I think, and I appreciate it. I don't know if it's good.
Okay. Well, sometimes it's more important to do science and studies than it is to be good. I think so, anyways. Anybody else here? No, it's just me. I'm brain damaged. I have not been able to keep my brain from thinking a Stephen King movie, a movie based on a Stephen King book where the person self-identifies as a creative. That is a specific circle of hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it already had the chapters from the perspective of a sociopath.
Yes,
So-
it did. For those who don't know, and I guess I haven't brought this up relatively recently because we generally don't talk about it. My mother is a huge Stephen King fan. So the day I realized most of his books are about people who write books, I lost it. Anyway.
I mean, they say write what you know.
He didn't write about cocaine once.
Also
Wait, no, he
cocaine.
did write about cocaine once. It was Cujo.
Wait, is Cujo actually about
pretty
cocaine and being attacked by dogs?
No, the dog is cocaine.
No, that's what living in Florida in the 80s was about.
Feels like I had one Stephen King thing and Dan beat me to it by seconds. So pissed.
I mean, we could talk about his weird obsession with piss.
I mean, we could,
That's the thing.
but
We could also eat raw bacon sandwiches on the next GigaBoots Eats, but I doubt we're doing either of these right now.
We could have a talk about his weird obsession where he seems to understand sex on the level of an 8-year-old boy, yet he has children.
so does Goku.
Yeah, he's a real Goku.
Goku doing cocaine right.
Holy shit! I just got actually scared.
Let's talk about something with the anime. Hey, Phil, what do you want to talk about? Oh, Bob wanted to talk about
Before that,
Hey, Bob, what are you?
Yeah, please go to Bob because I got knocked off the railing.
So when do you think they're going to start selling those sneaker backpacks? They're going to do that, right?
I would assume, but
There's
they're
got
going to cost a
dozens of
lot.
Etsy stores racing them to it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, No doubt.
It's too perfect.
Look, like all shit like that, they'll release an official one that's $1,700 and nobody alive can afford. Then you'll go to Etsy and buy one for $200.
yeah. No, that's 100% what I
And they
expect.
will literally mail you the Fallout 76 duffel bag.
I wish they wouldn't.
Too bad.
I hear it's poisonous.
You right? It may or may not be poisonous.
So, okay, there's two side characters we need to talk about.
Okay.
One is the club supervisor, Mr. Fujimoto,
Yes.
who shows up in that one episode, maybe in another one.
Yeah, I
and
think
then
he
just-
did too.
The
Fucked
sponsor who talks about
He's
his
into-
circulation.
And his
And his heavy
mustache.
beard.
His beard is so heavy.
So heavy. I feel like I have a strong feeling he's not going to show up again till like the last arc when he just comes in some clinch moment. He's like, what? Yeah, I own a yacht. Well, you never asked. Or some shit like that.
I think that's incredibly likely, but I appreciate, like, I perceive his character as some sort of commentary on people who don't know how to solve the ennui of that is their life, just doing random things that are beneficial to others, but only so that way they hope it makes their life better.
It's like money can't make you happy, so use it to fund anime.
I feel like his whole character is going to boil down on, I will give them the vaguest possible direction and then leave.
It's very true to life, I feel.
He's going to have this really heartwarming conversation with Asakusa where he's just talking gibberish, but something clicks.
Yes. That absolutely could happen.
I really like the Robot Club members. Like they're weird and don't know what they want. That's really interesting.
That whole scene where they're just screaming about robots not making sense and crying, I was like, oh, that hurts. That is passion you believe in.
They're like, even if tanks become impractical, they would probably just make stronger tanks before they make mechs.
It's just like, I know robots don't make any sense. That's not the point. Love them.
And all of this heart-wrenching stuff, and Kanamori's just sitting there just like, how can I ratchet this down? How can I break this man to make him shut the fuck up and give me what I want?
I hate people who make emotional appeals.
Yes.
God, she's the best.
She is.
And she is at her best when she is face-to-face with Student Council Secretary Sawande Sakaki.
I hope she gets more time on this show.
Oh, she fucking better. Oh my God, that scene was amazing. Them going up against the Student Council. Holy shit.
I don't see how that's a problem. That was so bold to roll out that line so many times in a row.
She's like, don't you think this is this? Oh, are you interested in my opinion? And I'm like, just walk over there and start bite kissing already. Their fucking stands come out and the music pops up.
Oh, man. But yeah, I
yeah, the next club's going to be the JoJo's Appreciation Club they have to make an anime for.
That'll just be what happens if they ever engage with the anime club in any meaningful capacity.
I assume the anime club is just going to never be heard from again because they're useless and just sit there watching anime.
I don't know. I think they might be the final boss.
Yeah,
maybe.
That's what I'm thinking somehow.
That's the most pitiful final boss I can conceive of.
I mean, Phil, I don't know if you've ever come up against the, like, scholastic political power of an enormous anime club. But they can be a giant, dumb monster of destruction.
That's about the only thing they can be, in my experience. But
look, I was the vice president of a giant, dumb anime club.
God, we can't all admit we were in government fucking roles in anime clubs during this anime review podcast. That's bad.
Okay, first of all, peasant, you were a treasurer.
Hey, I did negotiations with other fucking companies to get us a manga library. The problem was then they stepped in after I finished all the negotiations to go, oh, you can't have that. There's no way. I can't read to figure out whether or not that's okay material. God, fucking schools. We could have used a Kanamori.
All I'm saying is that they wouldn't make a good final boss because that's not even like a random encounter for Kanamori.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. Like Kanamori can frighten, intimidate, and like overbow people. She can browbeat them. She can use reason and logic to overcome them. The anime club fears nothing and is swayed by no logic.
They know not what it is.
It's this giant amorphous beast. Kanamori strikes one down and two more take its place.
She defeats them by finding their Twitter accounts and getting them canceled.
Yes.
Oh my God, she would.
That's where I think this ends. Like, they hang the new sign that says Anime Club on that shack. There can be only one.
But But yeah, overall, I really liked Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken. I think it's one of the best animes we've ever watched on WeeaBoots. Obviously, highly recommended. Bob.
Yeah,
what
I
are your
agree.
thoughts?
This has got to be one of the best animes I've seen in years. It's amazing.
It's really good. I like animes about people who make animes. Dr. Aggro, what are your opinions on Eizouken?
I mean, I'm going to do the classy thing and quote my original tweet. This show is the fucking sauce. Put it into your face holes.
Mr. Field, do you recommend Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken?
Yes, it was so good I was confused.
Yeah, no, same.
Like, I like it, but it seems to be anime?
Exactly.
Great, you guys killed Bob. I hope you're happy.
Tell KC I said hi.
The theme song for WeeaBoots is Android by Lukhash. You can find a link in the description to buy it over on Bandcamp. This video was brought to you by the power of the legendary GigaBoots executive producers: Vincent Pover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, Red Blaze 27, and Texas Man joins Smash. Thank you for lending us your power, our executive producers.
And also these guys.
If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, then head on over to www.patreon.com/GigaBoots today.